For this week's video, we've decided to do a baking challenge for Rob. So I am going to go out and buy some ingredients for him, make a really simple recipe, and ask him to follow it without knowing what he's making. So we're kind of doing like Great British Bake Off style, that they have to make it just with a very basic recipe and their knowledge of baking. So it's really interesting. Rob really got into baking during lockdown, mainly because of the Thermomix. I know I'm mentioning it again, but this will be a challenge without using the Thermomix to see if he can really bake. And then tomorrow when I finish work, I'll get to come home and try his bake that, fingers crossed, tastes nice. So the recipe I've picked for him is classic Queen vanilla slices. So puff pastry, vanilla custard cream in the middle, another layer of puff pastry with icing on top. I think we'd both really like these, so I'm really excited for him to make them, and I really can't wait to eat them. But it's definitely something that he's not really made before, so it is going to push him out of his comfort zone. I guess the only thing, from all the recipes I've seen for these, I've looked at quite a few recipes and trying to find one that is fairly easy, but still going to test him a little bit. They use already made puff pastry, so he gets a little cheat. He doesn't have to make any puff pastry. But let's go to the shop. I need to go buy the ingredients for him for tomorrow and then see if he can make it. So I've got here and got my shopping list. I'm hoping Lidl will have everything. Not always the best supermarket for baking ingredients, but hopefully it's got everything in I need and I can get everything for Rob tomorrow. So let's go inside. Unfortunately, not the most successful trip into Lidl. I managed to get most of the basic ingredients I needed, but there's one massive thing I'm missing: custard powder. Did not have any anywhere. Loads and loads of instant custard, but no custard powder. So now I'm going to have to drive into town a little bit more and see if I can find anywhere that's got it. So let's go try another supermarket. The last ingredient was definitely there. So we've got the custard powder and I also got the vanilla extract. So now we've got everything he needs to make them tomorrow. I also got myself a little snack. They do white Malteser bunnies now. They're so good. We've already had a pack and I couldn't resist getting myself some more. So now I just need to go home and make the recipe for Rob and make it so it doesn't give away what we are making tomorrow. I cannot wait to try these when he's made them. I'm so excited. I've got all the ingredients now. I just need to make the recipe for Rob and hide the ingredients so he can't spend tonight guessing what we're having. I've got about an hour till he gets home, so I need to get on the laptop, make the recipe and print it off ready for him. I'm going to hide everything in the bag that the lovely Kerry sent us, so he can't see what's in there. Obviously, a couple of things I'm going to have to hide in the fridge, but I need to get everything made and hidden before he gets home. I've done the instructions for him. I've done 4 steps for the main recipe and then 2 little steps for the icing. Hopefully, he can make a custard from this. I think this is the real test. Baking the pastry, he should be able to do no problems. Making a custard, even I've only done once from scratch before, so this is going to be interesting. So hopefully, with these minimal instructions, he can follow it and can make a vanilla slice.
So Charlie has set me the task to follow a recipe, and I genuinely have no idea what I am making. I've just got a recipe to follow. She's put all the ingredients here, and I'm going to give it a go. Now, if you can hear rain, it is a good day to be inside because the weather is horrendous. But obviously, conservatory roof makes lots of noise. So bear that in mind, guys. And Astro's being naughty over there. Not sure what he's doing. Okay, let's see what ingredients we've got. All right. Eggs. Cream. Icing sugar. It's pastry related. Pastry related. There's 2 puff pastry rolls. Corn flour. Caster sugar. Custard. I love custard. Some butter. Vanilla extract. And that is it. And then you've got the recipe. There is the recipe that I will be following. It doesn't say anything other than the instructions. So I have no idea what it is, but it is obviously pastry related. Okay, let's take this down there. All right, first thing, preheat the oven to 180 degrees. Let's do that now. Next thing, line 2 baking trays with baking paper and lay the pastry sheets on top. Okay, that is the flat ones then. Let's move this stuff out of the way. Okay, leave that. That's not going to stay. Leave that there. Alright, 2 baking trays. It's the best we've got. Baking paper so it doesn't stick. Let's get some scissors out. Let's put that down like that. Put that down like that. Okay, so it was lay the pastry sheets on top, place another baking tray on top of your pastry sheets to prevent rising too much. Well, I only have 2 baking trays. We only have 2 flat baking trays, so that's not very practical, is it, Chaz? All right, let's crack these open. All right, just about fits. Alright, the next instruction is to put both in the oven for 20 minutes or until the pastry is golden, remove from oven and allow to cool completely. It does say put something on top. Now, it says to put a baking tray on top, but then do I want another piece of non-stick baking paper? Because if I just put a baking tray on top, then it might stick to that, surely. Because the whole reason for having the baking paper is so it doesn't stick to it. Let's give that a try. Let's give that a try, I think. Alright. Okay, I'm going to lay them on top. Lay them on top. I'm going to see what I've got. Let's see what I've got. I have these for later, but it's not going to prevent that much. Okay, I've got this one. That's going to go on top of there. And then I'm going to use multiple to go on there. And now in the oven for 20 minutes. Well, there's 2 sheets done. Now I think it is going to be pastry, like a custardy layer. We've got custard and then a layer of pastry on top. Now we've got far too much pastry. Anyway, this has got to now cool. It's got to be completely cool. So that's going to take a while. I'm going to go chill out and then we'll continue after that. So the pastry's completely cooled now. The recipe wants me to line the baking tray here, the baking tin. So I'm going to do that. It wants me to come up higher so I can lift it out as well. I think I roughly know what I'm making, but we will see. Okay. Hopefully that is enough for me to lift out. Next, it wants me to place 1 piece in the baking tray. Now clearly the sheet is far too big for the baking tray, so I'm going to have to work on this. Knife at the ready. Knife at the ready. I've got to work this out. How about if I do that? That's a good idea. I think that's a good idea. Let's try and cut that like that. I'm hoping it's not too thin. It said to put a baking tray on top so it didn't puff up too much. So I'm really, really hoping that that is the right thickness. That's the thickness there. So I'm going to try and place that. It says to place it upside down in the tray. Oh, spot on. Spot on. It's in there. Now for the filling. In goes the custard powder. Hang on, it doesn't even want to all come out. Alright, custard powder in. Next goes the sugar. That's a lot of sugar. That is a lot of sugar. Next is the corn flour. That's obviously to thicken it up. I know that. Okay, it's going to go on a medium heat. I'm going to add half of the milk. Then when it's smooth, I'm going to add the rest of the milk. Let's get it onto a medium heat. Okay, medium heat. Right, let's get half the milk in. gradually halve the milk. Okay, all the milk's in the first half. Got to keep whisking it until it is smooth. Now it's smooth, we add the rest of the milk in. And hopefully the corn flour will start to work. Now we get this to a boil, apparently according to the recipe, get it to a boil, allow it to then boil for 1 minute. And you've got to constantly stir. It was a good job I double checked the recipe. I almost forgot the cream. Right, let's add the cream. There we go. 250 mils of cream. We do not want to forget that. That was almost a disaster. Okay, let's get this to a boil. It's certainly starting to thicken up now. It's not got to a boil yet though. It's taken a very long time. Look how, oh, it's getting really thick now. Constantly stirring. It's getting very thick. It's boiling. I really hope I haven't burnt the bottom. Now it's been boiling for a little bit. I've got to add the butter and the eggs. So butter can go in first. Oh man, I really hope I haven't burnt the bottom of this. Okay, turn it down to low. When the butter has melted, you then add the eggs. This is really strange. It's so thick. Literally instantly has just become really, really thick. I don't know if a wooden spoon's okay or I should still be using the whisk. The butter's now melting. Okay, let me try and read whilst I'm stirring. Reduce heat to low, add butter and vanilla extract. So add some vanilla extract as well. I'm going to wing it. I like vanilla. It's quite a bit of vanilla, but I like vanilla. Okay. I think I might need to go back to the whisk. This hurts your arm. Okay, when that is now in, remove pan from heat. So take the heat off and then add 3 egg yolks. Okay, 3 egg yolks are in. Stir it in until eggs are combined. There we go. That is the mixture so far. The next job is to put this custard mix on top of the pastry. It's all going in. It's all going in. That is a lot. That is a lot. I'm just wondering if my baking tray might be a bit too small. But that just means lots and lots of custard. And I love custard. Now the second sheet of pastry goes on top. Hopefully that is correct. Now into the fridge for 3 hours. I will see you then. I'm desperately hoping the custard filling has set. I'm leaving it in as long as possible. I even put it in the freezer for a little bit just to make sure. So I'm going to get onto the icing now, and the rain has started again. Okay, so I've got 225 grams of sifted icing sugar. Then there's half a teaspoon of vanilla extract. Remember, I like vanilla extract. It's a little bit more, but I like vanilla extract. Then onto the milk. Now this is weird because I've never made icing with milk. So this is a slightly different one. It wants 2 tablespoons, and I'm not sure how that's going to be enough. It doesn't look like it's going to be enough, but we will see. All right, let's get mixing. How is this going to be enough? man, it's going everywhere. Just going to put a little bit more milk in, I think. Milk with icing sugar. So weird. Alright, almost done. Almost done. It looks like wallpaper paste. There you go. Gloopy. Thick. Hopefully it'll all come together. Oh, I'm really nervous. I'm really nervous. Okay, oh, it comes out easily. Oh, I don't think it's too bad. What I think I want to do, I think I want to cut it into slices first, and then I will put the icing on, and I might try and drizzle it on, I think. I think I definitely want to wait a little bit. Right, I've got to work out. It wants 12 pieces, but I don't think I can do that. 1, 2, 3. I think this amount. So it's basically cut into 10, and they are custard puff pastry sandwiches. Don't know what the actual name of them is, but it's not a bad start, I don't think. I'm not even sure how I'm meant to put the icing on. I didn't know if it was meant to be smothered or if there's some fancy way of doing it. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to individually do each one. And I don't know if that's right. I don't know if that's wrong. It's what I think might be correct. Okay. Oh no, it's spilling over anyway. Okay, this is not great icing technique. I should have just smothered all over. Maybe I should have just smothered. Right, change of plan. It's just going all over. Oh man, what a nightmare with this icing. Oh, Jesus. Okay, the icing has just gone all over. I don't care. I don't care. Everyone likes icing, don't they? There we go. Icing is coming all over. It's going down the sides. I don't even know if it's right or wrong. But there we go. If anyone's got a name for that, feel free to let me know. But Charlie will let me know when she gets back. She is on her way home from work. And I really hope this is what it's meant to look like. She'll show me a picture, and if it's not, I'm going to be truly gutted. I'm going to stick this back in the fridge, I think, till she gets home. Right, are you ready to see this?
I'm really excited to see how it's
I
gone.
hope I did a good job. There you go.
Oh.
Is that what they're meant to look like, roughly?
Roughly, yes.
I didn't know how to do the icing.
Your icing kind of went everywhere a little bit.
Yeah, the icing was ended up going over the side.
Do you know what it is yet?
Just a pastry custard sandwich with icing on top.
So they are Queen Vanilla Custard Slices.
Queen Vanilla Custard Slices.
So the recipe is from their website.
Whose
Queen
website?
is a brand, I think, or a recipe book.
Okay.
It's Australian.
Okay.
And I found it online, so I just added to and deleted a bit from their recipe.
Would you like a try?
Yes.
Okay, go get a plate.
Okay. Have you tried anything? No.
Okay, there you go. Help yourself. I hope I get a handshake.
A Paul Hollywood handshake.
Yeah, a Paul Hollywood handshake.
They look nice.
There you go.
My hands are already covered in icing.
Yeah, they're going to get mucky hands. There you go. Give that a try.
Oh, it looks good. Nice firm custard. It's been in the fridge, hasn't it? It's a bit cold.
It's a lot of custard. Oh, you made a mistake. You should have eaten the whole thing. Is that alright?
Very, very nice.
Yeah?
Have you had a bite?
No?
Try a bite. Very nice. Nice firm custard in the middle. The pastry's very nice as well. They're quite a lot to chew because the amount of custard.
There's a lot of custard in there, and the custard is a bit omelette-y. I'm not sure if it was meant to go like that.
It's quite
But it has to
firm.
be firm. But it has to be firm, I suppose. So I don't know.
It has to firm to be set in like this, I assume.
I've never had one, so there's a closer look for you.
I'm sure people can tell us if you've done it right or wrong.
So
I think it's right.
the custard has firmed up a lot.
Have another bite.
Yeah. The custard's firmed up quite a lot. I didn't know how puffed you wanted the pastry, or the pastry was meant to be. So it was quite low down because of the trays on top. So yeah, hopefully that was alright.
I think the flavour's right. It's really nice.
Yeah, nice bit of icing. Well, there you go. What are we calling it?
Queen vanilla custard slice.
Queen vanilla custard slice. Now, guys, if you thought I did a good job, make sure you hit the like button. If I did anything wrong, tell me what I did wrong and I should have done better.
I can't wait to see you filming it.
The thing is, I didn't have a clue what I was doing except the recipe, so I didn't know what it was meant to look like. I got a rough idea when I found out that you've got to put the pastry in the tray and then you're going to put the filling on top and then the pastry. I could roughly work out then. The icing is a mess.
It's very runny.
I didn't know how to do
I'm
it.
honest.
I did put a little extra milk in.
Yeah, I think...
Stupidly, I put a little extra milk in because it didn't look like it was going to firm up. It didn't look like it was all going to melt in with each other.
That's the only thing with icing sugar.
But it did.
It goes very... It's a very fine line between too runny and too hard.
And then I put a little bit more, but probably should have put more in icing sugar. Icing sugar, that is. But
it tastes nice though.
does the job. It does the job. Yeah, like if I did a good job. Type in the comments what I should have done better, if I should have done something differently. Make sure you subscribe. Hopefully you enjoyed this video.
I'll just catch your icing that's running off the side.
I don't think I'll be going on the British Bake Off. Charlie should definitely apply. Everyone force her to. I keep telling her to apply and she won't do it.
I don't think I'm good enough at baking or know enough.
Have you seen some of the idiots on there? Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video and we'll catch you next time.